Hello everyone, AustinMathis here to tell you about my game concept, Space Pilgrim. Imagine a spaceship survival game where players will make use of push-pull gravitational forces in order to build their ship's momentum, change its direction, and conserve fuel while they navigate the dangers of space. Now, these gravitational forces can be just as much of an obstacle as they are a benefit to the player, as they will cause them to have to deal with various hazards such as asteroids, and the player will also have to collect and consider their resources at the end of each level to spend on upgrades. Now, the goal for the player during each level is to reach the planet. Now, on that planet, they will get additional resources based on what fuel and energy they still have and the resources that they collect on their way to the planet. They will encounter antagonizing forces such as enemy ships that will require them to use energy on shields to defend themselves and lasers to attack the enemy ships. Environmental hazards will include getting too close to the sun will cause the player damage, as well as running into asteroids will also cause the player damage. However, the player may also eventually use their shield or their lasers to deal with asteroids at the very least. Now here's a little decision map for a basic level that I've come up with. Now at the top we see in red that the player has accidentally spun in too close to a black hole and has gotten pulled in and destroyed. The line below it in orange shows the player navigating through almost everything they can, trying to collect as many of the resources as they possibly can get from enemies and asteroids, as well as the bonus at the bottom. Now, in the green in the middle, we see the player basically avoiding as much as possible to only get to the goal planet. Now, this will reserve fuel and energy, but it won't allow the player to maximize the resources that they could have gotten from that level. As where in the yellow at the bottom, that seems the most reasonable path to take as far as conserving fuel and energy, gathering maximized amount of resources, and making it to the planet safely. Now, when they collect these resources, they will be used on upgrades for their ship that will increase their efficacy for navigating and dealing with the hazards in the areas. Some concept examples here are a star map that will be like navigating from level to level for the player, and a basic ship idea. Some similar games I was considering when I was putting this together were Galaga, as that top-down 2D feel of a spaceship battle seemed very interesting to me. And then here we see a game called Event Horizon, where the goal is to collect and manage resources and establish settlements. So I kind of wanted to mash these together for my game concept. The risks involved here are that we might not be able to make enough content that would be very interesting in the limited time constraints, but once we get a basic formula down, we'll have to find variations to go off of that will make the progression far more interesting. Here are my references, and I hope you enjoyed this video.